let's see here. I'm gonna angle the fan so it blows directly on the camera. That shouldn't affect the audio. How's my audio? Are we clipping? Is that better? When I lean towards the fan, it gets bad. Okay, all right. Hey, what's up, garden friends? Jeff here. How's everybody doing? Hope you're doing well. I'm great. The fan's gonna be annoying for a couple minutes, but be getting out of the sun here shortly. I have a whole bunch of stuff. Really, a plane shows up as soon as I stick my hands in the dirt and I can't mute the camera. Pushing through it. You can tell there's some chaotic energy going on, and that's because there's a lot of stuff to get done today. Or just in the next several days, I should say. Right now, I am going to get this hydrangea planted up. And then after that, I'm going to do a few other planters. Let me stand over here so the breeze from the fan won't be quite as bad on the microphone. Going to get the hydrangea planted, a few other planters, and then going to work on some decorating for my nephew's first birthday party. We're doing that back here in the backyard. And I don't know what else is going to happen after that. I would not be surprised, though, if everything I just mentioned is going to be an ample amount of stuff to make an entire video. Just doing odds and ends out here, some fine details. I was thinking, I have some tiles over here that I was thinking, is how I should say that, about putting into the fountain. I'm going to get those tiles put in there in a very sloppy, haphazard way that's probably going to upset some people. But, you know, it is what it is. What was that? Oh, palm frond just fell right behind the camera. That's fine. Eureka palm. Self-cleaning. Trying to get the soil packed down. Don't normally pack things down too tightly, but the shape of this pot, it's making it challenging to get this backfilled without making a big mess. That's why I have this piece of cardboard here, so I can just do this and then tuck it down. Come over here and tuck it down. Do want to leave a lip, but not too much of a lip. Don't want there to be too much because I do think I want to drop a trailer in here also. So I should probably be mindful of that before I put too much else in here. Also would have been smart to moisten up this potting mix. I did not do that. It's not bone dry, but may not hold its form, and I won't have to push it down too tightly. I found when you pot things up this way, where you just keep the container of the root ball you're about to put into the container, when you pull it out, you have some soil settle and things can drop down fairly far. So I like to put in some extra mix. I think this is good though. Like I said, I want to be able to water it in. This is the self-watering container, so I don't necessarily need to be having a huge lip on here, but I don't know, it just makes me feel better in case I should need to give it a really heavy drink. Right here, there's our hydrangea. So pretty. It's right to that hole. Okay, yes. Perfect. I'm trying my best to get these things done without making much of a mess because the power washer isn't working. It might be working by the time this video comes out. I have no idea. But I don't want to spill too much dirt out here. Dichondra, what do we think? I don't know if it's going to appreciate the moisture of a self-watering pot, but I think it's worth trying because that just looks so good with this container. I'm gonna make sure I find the right angle here. I don't want it to be that side. That side has a hole I drilled in the side so that things don't get too full. That's a good angle. That worked out well. I'm going to just snap these guys out if they want. Okay, they're pretty sturdy. There we go. Clean it up some. I don't have my snips on me, so just come in and pop them out. Dang. All right, so the Newport, or the Seaside Serenade series hydrangeas from Monrovia are supposed to have really strong, sturdy stems. And I would say that that is definitely true. Those are some very strong, very sturdy stems. Make a nice big well here. See if I can't get this down in there and hope that I didn't have too much of a lip. Yeah, that's pretty far down there, but I think it'll be okay. Just as far as aesthetics goes, I think it looks very pretty. I like this color against the container, but like I said, I don't really know how much the plants are going to get along. But we will find out. Things might be too wet in here for the dichondra. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Okay, I have y'all set up in the shade over here. Kind of. The part shade. I have these 2 containers right here that I'm just gonna start stuffing plants in. I have this Alpinia over here that seems thirsty. I'm having trouble keeping it hydrated, so just gonna pop that in there. Typically with my Alpinias, I like to pot them up with a moisture retentive soil, one of the moisture control mixes, but I'm fresh out, and I think that this guy would be plenty happy to just have a fresh mix. Given the shape of an Alpinia, do I bother with a trailer? I don't know. I'm thinking about this too much. I need to put some soil in there and I'll figure that out. Alright, this is the only trailer I have for it. Super Petunia lovey-dovey. I don't even remember buying this one. I think it was one of those moments in the early springtime when I was just so happy to be seeing plants at the nurseries that I was just grabbing stuff. Maybe it will impress and I'll absolutely love it. Who knows? I really don't know if a trailer is necessary in here though, because both of these plants are plants that tend to grow and in this direction. The Super Petunia will go down. You know what I mean? Probably not necessary, but hey, I had it, so why not? Some color in there. And speaking of color, this one right here is going to end up looking pretty... Oh, I left a pot in the bottom of there. Looking pretty good, I think. Because I'm going to be using annuals that I plan on putting in planters in my front porch for 2 separate containers. Those are going to be going in here. And looking good. The only problem is I'm going to have to buy new ones for the front porch, but that's okay. What I have here, they have grown significantly, but that's all right, going to make them fit, are some Sun Impatiens. And then I have a Coleus. I don't use a ton of Coleus out here, but may as well, right? Because I have it. So that's a Lime-Time Coleus. And then I have 4 of these Sun Patiens, which is way too many, but that's all right. It's just going to be instantly beautiful and vibrant. Can have that in here. That'll be fine. Yeah, see, I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the Coleus in the middle. I do have 2 of these Coleus, so I still have to figure out what to do with the other one. Putting 2 of those in one pot would be way too much, though. Huh? Yeah, lots of color. It'll all fill out and everything will play together more nicely. I just need to backfill it. I'd show it to you. So these are the Orchid Blush Sun Patiens, and then these right here. I saved the tag. Who are you? I should know it by now. The Cerveza and Lime Plectantherus. So that will come out with a different color and slightly different texture than that Lime-Time Coleus that's right here. And yeah, have that coming out both sides. It's a cooling kind of container. It's not bright, it's not vibrant, it's just cool colors. I like that. I know, it's an abrupt change. Listen, my throat hurts. The Canadian wildfires, I don't know, maybe something else is going on. I'm just gonna scrub for a bit and try and avoid talking too much for a little while. So there might be portions of this video where I'm just doing stuff and not really giving much context. I don't think do you need context for this? Probably not. I'd say hopefully this is pretty obvious what I'm doing here. Scrubbing some algae off of this fountain. Doesn't need to be perfect. I kind of like the algae in between the... Oh wait, maybe I don't. I don't know. What if I just do it in one direction? Like that. Huh. Let's see here. Now the nice thing about it is it does wipe off very, very easily. I'm not applying much pressure at all. Yeah, it's not perfect, but pretty good. A little bit more stubborn down lower, where it sometimes is more submerged. Let's see, go that way. Okay. Alright, yeah, maybe I will just go ahead and clean the whole thing up. I mean, Lord knows, by the time the party comes around, I bet there'll be plenty more on here. Don't know why. This gets refilled with fresh water all the time. I'm not sure where the excess nutrients are coming from that make this thing get so nasty, but it does. I don't let a lot of leaves or anything collect down here. That would do it. Like I said, I don't do that. So I don't know. I have no idea. And now I'm just talking for no reason because I feel like the silence is a bad thing, but maybe some of you would appreciate if I just shut up so you can enjoy the fountain being cleaned off. That does look better. I didn't mind the algae though, so when it comes back I'll probably let it stay. What do we think? I haven't put the tile in yet, I've just laid it out. I like it. I like it a lot. I don't have the materials to actually install the tile right now, so for now it can just drape. Draping's fine. Get a better look at that later when the water clears up some more. All that's left over here are 2 Surefire Rose Begonias, right? 2? Yeah. And a Coleus. Yes, when I bought all these things, I did have plans for them, but they were for projects that are going to take a while. I don't have a while right now. So, I could, yeah, maybe over here. Jeez, or maybe not. The sprinklers are going, oh hey, found a spot where things aren't getting watered all that well. Because these are blocking a sprinkler head. Okay, good to know. Yeah, look at that. Oh no. I have to move all of these. That's not going to work. Don't know where I'll put them, but they can't stay up there. Oh, I'm getting wet. Getting really, really wet now. Gosh, that's better. For the plants that are over there, are going to appreciate that. Ah! Okay. Jeez. I thought I had that figured out. Okay, well, since the sprinklers are on down here, I'm tempted to abandon this area. I was thinking about maybe just for now, because I don't want to do the planters for these just yet. So if these could just hang out in here for like the next 4 days or so. I don't hate it. I'm essentially just trying to find a nicer way to store the few annual gosh, that sprinkler is aggressive. Just to store away these annuals for a few days. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Coleus. That's all that's left is one Coleus that I don't really even want. Where should you go? Yeah, yep, that'll do. It's actually probably perfect. It'll spread out. It's a nice light green color to show up behind these beautiful annuals that are in here. This will be good. I'm just going to take that. Here we go. Pop it in there. Some fresh soil around that root ball. Boom. I know it probably seems weird to put it directly behind the banana, but it should fan out and provide a nice chartreusey white background for those salvias. The salvias will show up better. Okay, I think the sprinkler head needs to be adjusted. Are you seeing this? See, it goes over there. You gotta wait for it to come back. It's dark-ish. It's not dark out, but I'm in the shade. You know what I mean? See, there's sun, but not all the sun. Just watch. Just wait. Any second now. I'll pause. Okay, here it comes. Can you see it? It's right there. There it goes. All over the patio and all over that set. Look at that. All over the patio. Huh. Alright. That's a problem for another time. Okay, these guys. Huh. Well, I had gotten these with the intention of getting a couple of them down on the other end of the patio, because I know I want that yellow down over here. Something I wish I had remembered when I was doing those planters just a few minutes ago for you guys, a couple hours ago for me. I went ahead and I waited for the sun to go away. It was so intense out here. Alright. I will want the pack of stackies down here. It's just a matter of where do I tuck them. There aren't really all that many options, actually. That's tempting. The purple and the yellow, that will look good together, but there's not a lot of extra space around the root ball of this banana. Could do it up there behind the Washingtonia and down here behind the banana. This isn't likely even the final resting places for these plants. It's just where they're sitting right now. That was an unimportant detail. Nobody cares. I might be moving these at some point someday. Who knows? Okay, big surprise, right? Pack of stackies here, pack of stackies there. That's gonna look so nice when they get bigger. They're gonna fluff out behind everything. I just realized, what zone was that? Zone 3? And I think zone 4 just ran. How much time do I have to do this? I have these gingers right here. I want to get the Elizabeth. That's the Danielle Weeks. Who are you? I can't remember. Alright, well, I'm going to pop this one in a hole back here. Quickest and laziest I've ever planted anything. The hole is already dug. I pulled up a big clump of these cannas for somebody who was here the other day. And I left the hole there because I knew I was going to be dropping a ginger in there. So that worked. Quick, easy. I got these guys down here to handle. Is there only one functioning sprinkler head in this zone? Just that one down there? That one's not doing much. What's that about? Why is there nothing coming out? Huh? Sprinklers just got turned on the other day, so I haven't had a lot of time to walk around and check on them. Is the valve for the drip line open? Because that would slow it down. No, it's not. Now it is. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, maybe it was opened. No, it's not. That's just a crack in the hose. Really? It's that one little neck? I'm going to have to change out that line because that one little thing. Guess I may as well go around and check, and I can hear them. I don't see them, but I hear them. About the ones that I have over here. I mean, that's good. Maybe I should relocate this guy. If I have enough hose. Oh, just shy. Just shy. Can I just give it a good tilt? Is that going to reach up there? No, it's not. Okay, I'll fidget with that later. What about the drip for these pots? I think that zone just turned off. Huh? Okay. It's gonna save me so much time. I'm so glad that's when I remembered to do this. It's getting hot. I want those up and running. What about you? This one's not even on. Okay. Water pressure drops by the time you get down here. It can be, whoa! Okay, alright. I think it just had a little clog in it. I would much rather make sure... what do you go to? Nope, no. This right here is for this Adonidia pot, though. Do you guys like the side quest? Hope you're enjoying. There we go. I just realized that other one that I put down there on the other Adonidia palm, I should really turn that down. It does not need to be up that high. But for now, it's fine. Okay, look at that. Yay! Drip's up and running. Sprinklers aren't working that well, but hey, the drip's going. Which has nothing to do with what I need to be doing right now, but good to know. Okay, I have one pack of stackies left. And then I have 2 red justicias and then 2 of these fruit cocktail justicias and a moonflower. I was going to put these in the container right here, but, well, it's gotten really full. All the caladiums are starting to come up. Look at this one. Isn't that a beautiful caladium? I love that one. I don't know if I have room to stick these in there. I don't know. I'm going to play around with it. See what happens. See what I can come up with. I just had a gnat fly right into my eyeball. The very second I finished what I was doing, flew right in. I mean, I had like one more handful of potting mix to throw down on top of something. I want to run through this quickly, more for my reference, so I don't forget. I found a whole bunch of caladiums that I hadn't gotten around to planting yet. I shouldn't say found. I knew about them. I wanted to plant them all underneath the windmill palm, but the pansies and everything are still looking good, so I haven't gotten around to it yet. So I just went and I spread them all over the place. I have the Harrison straps in each one of these containers right here. They have a fun strap leaf. There'll be a video coming out with pictures of all the different caladiums. I was just waiting for them to actually grow so I can like verify that they actually look right. I also put 2 curcuma sweet memories in each one of those. I got the caladium planted in there. I didn't realize I hadn't planted that yet. Oops, I thought it was done and in there. I cut myself off for some reason. I think I put another curcuma over there. And then over here I did the fruit cocktail shrimp plant and then the moonflower up top. So this is going to fill in and have all kinds of fun color. And same, you already know about the pack of stackies fruit cocktail in here. And then I popped some caladium bulbs in here. Crap, I already forgot which ones. It wasn't the ones that I put under the... No, I don't think it was the Festivia. Yeah, it was the Festivia. So it's the strap, that's the Festivia, and these are the summer pink. Okay, so Festivia. I spread Festivias around over here, a whole bunch of them. And then I came in and I poked in a few of the summer pink, and then some of the errands, just a few errands, and then pink illusion, a whole bunch of pink illusion in there. Not much to see with those, right? So not all that exciting yet. I have this piece of marble sitting here. This is a piece of extra coping that goes to the pool. That's been sitting there for 2 years. I brought it up from the basement when we had some people out here working, changing out the liner, and they cracked a piece of the coping and said, oh no, I don't know what to do. I was like, don't worry about it. I have more in the basement. So I brought up some up. That's the leftover piece. And I just never got around taking it back down to the basement. So I moved that so I can get it hosed off and then take it back to the basement. You already know about the ginger I did over there. Done. Nothing left to plant over here. The Aphelandras, the Justicias, I don't know if they'll end up staying there. I feel like they're really going to, not clash, but they're going to blend in big time with all of the caladiums, but that may not matter because once these sweet potato vines fill in, I may want that extra color so it's not just big caladiums in there, you know what I mean? After all, I did get them to put in those pots, but then I came home and I was like, I don't know if I want those there. Windmill palm. Right here. No, it's not potted up. That's why I breezed through it really fast. I just stuck it there. I put the chubby hubby back here on the wall so it's away from the sprinkler. And I have this gorgeous maxillaria orchid right in front of it that's blocking the view of the pot. One of my main issues with having plants sitting out is I don't like the way the nursery cans look. If things are potted up, I don't care. But the nursery cans, I'm not into it. Wait a minute. Are the pink illusions the ones that I put into... Uh-oh. I don't know. We'll have to wait for them to grow. They could figure that out then. I still have this one little windmill left over here, and I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Ultimately, I want to put these into larger pots and faux plant them into the garden, but that's an actual project. And we're picking up and planting little things. I don't know why I said we. I hate that. I hate when I do that. It's not a good habit. I have to save things for later projects, right? Otherwise, there won't be anything to film out here for the rest of the summer. So that can stay there. Is it okay? That's fine. Okay. Everything is planted up that can possibly be planted up right now, with the exception of this little Lismachia here that I've just been letting hang out over here in the water. And it's been very happy like that. I should probably do something else with it, but it seems to like it down there. So, I don't know. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. What I really should do is cut out a little space up here to actually set the pot in, let it grow over the side with the water and everything. I think that'll look nice. What do we think now? I can see there's a spot that I need to fill in better, but you see why I wanted to do the tile? It's just nice to be able to look down in there and see the blue and see the basin. So I put some back there, and then I need to do it. Nothing about this is permanent, right? This is just a starting off point to get an idea as to whether or not I even want to do the tile, which I'd say I do. I think that'd look really nice with some lights in it too. But that's not something to worry about right now. Did the lights go on in here? No. I mean, there's one light on. I put in all these lights and went to the trouble of making sure that they got plugged into the socket box, which will have been in last Saturday's video. It's close to when that video ended. And that was all this morning for me. Last week for y'all. They aren't on. Huh. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Done out here. For now, for today, there will be lots of other things going on. I'm going to do some decorating. If my potting soil shows up, then I would like to get these things planted up over here because they look terrible, but I don't have enough mix to do it the way it is. I could always just go buy some cheap mix though, because I'm just filling them up into these cracks. These are already in pots. I just need to fill in these gaps right here. So I don't really need to use a nice mix. Okay, and then cleanup. There will be lots and lots and lots of cleanup going on out here. Breeze feels very nice. Huh. That's a lot of wind. The next morning, this breeze is just blowing crap all over the place. I mentioned, I think in last week's video, that I wasn't feeling too hot. Took one of these guys and everything was fine, but this was purchased like 9 months ago. And you know, the thing keeps changing. This is negative, so I bought a new test for the newest variant. Positive. I have been working non-stop out here in the driveway in the house to get ready to host a party, and I can't go to the party. Go frickin' figure, right? technically the party will be day 5, which is when like you're not really supposed to be all that contagious anymore. But yeah, I don't know. I don't see a reason to risk it. Although, I mean, this is a party for children. They're all covered in cooties. And it's all doctors. Mostly all doctors. And I guarantee you, they won't care. None of them are afraid of COVID. But I think what I'll probably do is the day of the party, I'll sit up there in my office window with the cats. Whoa! Did not mean to zoom in that far. I can see how much I need to clean that window, though. Gross. Oh, and paint the trim. I'm not doing it. I'm not adding more things to the list. That does look really bad, though. And I was thinking about getting the ladder out anyways to see if I can make a brace for these broken palm fronds on the queen palm. It wouldn't be hard. I could do it with 4 pieces of bamboo, surrounded by it, and then you just make a brace and get them to stand up because they're okay. At least this one's okay. I think that one needs to be pruned off. You can see it's drying up. See that? Okay. All right. What's happening with the zoom? Don't know why it's being so erratic. Yeah, but that one's okay. It's still attached to the flow of the plant, so I can brace that up. Today would not be the day for that, though, because I think we're under a tornado watch. It feels so nice outside. It feels good. Doesn't it feel nice, Turbo? You feeling good, baby? It feels so good. So nice. There's just that, I don't know, the pre-rain cleanliness of the air. Do you know what I'm talking about? We're under tornado watches, too. So, do you know what's happening? I think what's happening is the camera's defaulting into the mid-range, and I want it on wide. I don't know. Sorry, it's all over the place. I should probably get back to work. Yet, I left the box out that had the paper thingies in it from those tiles. I'm glad I got a new blower. I don't know if I told y'all that. Maybe. I sort of alluded to it when I was ranting about the DeWalt products. I did get a blower from DeWalt that goes with that great big battery that I use for the auger, the 60 volts. And that thing is strong. Okay, are you done? Are you done? Wind, what's going on? Been working too hard to have a storm come through here and ruin everything for like the 5th time this year. My main concerns are that things don't get blown over. I don't think there's much I can do to really prevent that from happening, but I've already done everything. Those hydrangeas, they did blow over 2 tornadoes ago. That was unusual and rare. Maybe I should like set cushions down around them so if they do blow over, they land on something soft. Ow. But then the sky is, I don't know what's happening. Oh, talking is hard because I keep wanting to cough. I was on the phone with my sister last night. She's a doctor, a DO, family physician. And I kept saying, I was like, this doesn't feel right. This feels like COVID. It's been a few years since I had it. But I just remember it was just like an annoying drip, like into the top of your lungs. And like, I know it. But I took the test and it was negative. And I was like, I don't trust that test. Okay, show must go on. Though it would probably be better for my voice to minimize talking. So perhaps since it's raining, maybe I should take a day off from doing stuff out here. I really don't think I can take a day off. There's going to be 50 people over here in a few days. And I'm just not good at taking a day off. Let's just throw that into the equation. I'm just not good at it. Oh no, his legs fell off. You know what? That's probably better for right now anyways. You stay down there. These guys keep wanting to blow over. They have the wings, so, fly. That was a weird noise for something blowing over. I'm glad to have all this stuff planted. I just need to handle this, which I mentioned yesterday, trash, recycling, some other stuff. I wonder if the seafoam did its job. It's like a gasoline energized. I don't know. Been wondering if maybe the gas that was in there was stale, which doesn't make sense because the gas that was in there before was the same gas that I put into it, and I don't know. I'm gonna let the storms blow through, and power washing will be a thing for tomorrow. The nice thing about power washing is that even if I feel like garbage and can't do it tomorrow, about everybody I know jumps on the opportunity to get to use the power washer, so I don't feel bad asking people to do it for me. Suppose what I should be doing today is finishing up the driveway because the backyard's basically done. I need to put the shovels away and get the table cleaned off and, the little things I've talked about, but not going to be doing any more planting at this point. But I do still have this to handle right here. That's yard waste, so that can go down there with that. Then I can just stack the bins together the way they're supposed to be. This is a broken pot that I'm determined I don't know why I'm saying I'm determined. I would like to fix it. I'm not determined because it's been broken forever and I've yet to fix it. Is that a tiny little baby mimosa growing up from the muck? Oh, look at... Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Poor little guy. I don't really think there'd be a point in transplanting this. Mimosas, from my experience, don't usually do well transplanted as seedlings. But I want to do it because I love a baby mimosa. Okay, so that's a side quest. I have a bunch of Christmas lights out here. Those are things that get wrapped around the palm trees during the winter time. I needed to untangle them, and now I'm not going to. Irrigation supplies. You need to do something with that. This is the tank. You knew that. Need to explain that. It's a 75-gallon fish tank. It was taking up a ton of room in my basement, and I was thinking I'd clean it up and give it away, or maybe set it up back here in the backyard, but I just don't know. Probably not a great idea because glass and winter and everything. Just drain it during the winter, though. Throw a tarp over it. I never really came up with a spot where I thought, oh yeah, that's going to look good. This is annoying. Being sick is stupid. And I don't know. It's been a while. Am I even allowed to talk about the C word here on YouTube? That used to be a big no-no, which I always thought was so dumb. I understand, like, they're concerned about people spreading misinformation, but also, I mean, I don't know, you can only guard that stuff so much, and you kind of have to hope that people have critical thinking skills, which unfortunately, terrifyingly, is not always the case. You know, I need to poke the hole down for this guy, use my finger to make the hole, because that is a very delicate little root. I'm going to try and cover up the white portion. Alright, and we'll see what happens with this guy. And water. I need to get water. But yeah, it used to be if you even said the C word, your video got demonetized. I don't know. I'm not giving any information. I'm just telling y'all that I have it. And I feel like a big whiny baby right now. Nobody's ever felt this sick before, ever. No, I'm just kidding. I don't feel that bad. I know I don't sound great, but I don't feel that bad. Taking all my vitamins and getting my rest. That's about all you can do. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, now I have this to figure out what to do with. I don't want this just sitting out here. We're trying to make things look nice. Where do I hide this for the next week? Then I can unleash all the plants back onto the patio and get back to work. You know what? A little nook down here where I have a lot of seedlings. It's protected, it's sheltered, a little bit of light. That should be good for it, at least for the next few days. Okay, that was a fun little deviation. I'm so sorry. I've been meaning to cut when I cough or clear my throat. Now I'm going to go take care of the rest of the driveway. I don't know how to work pink flamingos. I consider that a good thing. That's not a bad quality to have. I don't get how. So they have these legs. Not all of them came with legs, so that's going to be fun. But the legs don't fit in them properly. I don't know how to describe it. There's 3 holes, which also, why are there 3 holes? I assume it's for different leg configurations, right? So you can do the legs sideways like this, or you can put them side by side with that hole right there. These are weird, but they have googly eyes. That's the only reason I got them. I love the googly eyes. Side by side or side by... How do I describe this? I think that's fine. It'll work. They just kind of fall right out, though. Not very stable, these $2 pink flamingos. Alright, so now the question becomes, do I spread them all over the place, or do I set them up somewhere so they're all hanging out together in their little flamingo flock? Those 2 probably can't go with them because they don't have any legs. I don't really know if I have a space that's big enough and open enough to put them all together. I guess I could maybe in the berm down here. That might work. Just fill it up with pink flamingos. I don't know. I don't really know. I was thinking I'd put them all over here into this bed, right, kind of in front of the bananas, in front of the bed. There's my finger. There it is, like in this swoop. Just fill that whole area up with pink flamingos. There they are. There's those flamingos. They're so pretty. That's where I've stuck the ones that don't have legs. I know. It's a mess. Whatever. I still have time to get it all cleaned up. I've started going on these guys. But first, flamingos. I put the big ones over here, the big sculptures. I like them. They're tucked away, not in the direct sun, so they'll last longer. Those were a different price point than the others. And then down here, come around the corner, just got flamingos all over the place. To be so that if you're at the gate, it won't zoom out. Okay, well, You're coming in and you go, oh, look, a flamingo. Oh my gosh, another flamingo. Oh, wow, look, flamingos. You know, because kids, they'll enjoy it. What's nice with the caladium, too, doesn't it? It's either Pink Illusion or Festivia. I can't remember. Despite the fact that I sound very congested and sound just awful, I feel pretty good. Green tea and peppermint. Oh, party. It's postponed. You know, because everybody has the vid. VID, not VD. That would be bad. Be very, very, very troublesome. It just made sense. It's been pushed back by a week. So there's a whole other week to get things done. Oh, I'm so relieved. Not that I need that much time. Not that I need that much more time to get things done. But it's just nice to know that I don't have to rush through things. And I can be a little bit more elaborate with some of the other things that are going to go on for the party as well. I just have a few things left to do in the driveway and handle these 2 containers right here. And then it's just, you know, time to blow off the deck and power wash and clean some stuff up. And then decorate, which I was looking forward to it. So, I mean, already started with the flamingos. And then I found out about the thing being postponed. Yeah, I'm going to backfill this. I'm using the cardboard. It makes such a huge difference. I know that probably seems like a really big duh to all of y'all, right? I don't know, just hadn't tried it before. I've tried putting cardboard down around the base, but I'm using it as a funnel. These containers, they're just acting as a cash pot for these Gossia palms that are in there. So I have a gap about this big to get the soil into. And it usually takes like 45 minutes to slowly get the soil down into this little bitty crack that goes all the way around and all the way down to about that far into the pot. In order to do it without making a huge mess. But I just did that with the cardboard and I just dumped a bag of soil in there. I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 minutes tops. Game changer. And glad that I figured this out, and these are my last 2 big planters. Although, have another week now, so maybe we'll get the Adenidia palm repotted. It depends on if I can get more soil. I don't know if there's a soil shortage or what the heck's going on. My orders keep getting canceled. Supposed to be doing something. I'm gonna go do that, and we'll come back and have some fun with it. We'll put some sand and some shells, maybe some hermit crabs. We'll make them look nice. Look at it down here. It's so nice. A few days have passed, feeling much, much, much better now. I mean, you know, the vid these days just kind of felt like a cold. So that wasn't a big deal, although now there's a whole entire plague of norovirus working its way through the family, so I have that to look forward to. Maybe I'll avoid it. I don't know. I'm disinfecting everything I can think of with the hypochlorous acid. That and bleach are about the only things I can find that seem to actually kill norovirus. It's a GI bug. Hopefully won't catch it, because there's enough going on right now. Yeah, so here's what I've been up to. I put a little fan out here, a cheap one, probably destroying the audio, but it's 94 degrees outside. We're in a heat wave. It's what they're calling it on the news, but I'm also like, it's June 21st. I think it's just summer. I don't know if that's a heat wave. Pretty sure we're just going to be in the 80s and 90s for a few months now, and that's just summer, right? Anyways, it is hot, though. I got up to come outside and water, and I think I was out here by like 8. I think it was about 8 a.m. and it was already 87 degrees outside. So I should have gotten up earlier. Plants are fine. It's been an odd few days having... All my plantings aren't done, but all the plantings that I wanted to do before I have all these people out here, I'm at a good pausing point, is what I'm thinking. You know, lots of planters are done. Pretty much all the annuals, if not all. I know I stuck some... So ignore my... hair. These guys, the dragon wings, I stuck those back there, which you already knew about. Look at this lovely seating area. Oh, it's so nice. I love it. And that's what the fan. I've been enjoying it down here because it's a nice cool shade, because the spot never really heats up. The other side of the patio, it gets hot and then it gets shady, but it still like radiates the heat up from the ground. You know what I mean? Anyways, I did some scrubbing. I scrubbed the balls up there. They needed it. It was really gross and cruddy. I was just used the glass cleaner. Don't know what I'm supposed to use, but it's what I used. I like this stuff. Works really well. I'm gonna clean this off too. That got pretty gross. It was also probably an obnoxious sound. I've been going through hanging baskets trying to find things to transplant the dragon wing begonias in. These down here. Whoa! Right there. You see the moss one right next to it? I don't know. I just don't think it's big enough. The next size up, when I zoomed out all the way, the next size up, I ordered one. That's all that was available. And then if you want more than that, they won't be here for like 2 months. So, I don't know. I guess we're just going to keep going through baskets until I find something I think will look good with those dragon wing begonias. Think that they would appreciate being moved into a larger container. I thought they were in 10-inch pots. I'm pretty sure those are 12-inch because the moss baskets right next to them is a 14-inch, and it's going to be a tight fit. I don't think the juice would be worth the squeeze trying to get them in there. And I have trailers coming in the mail to go in them. I ordered some of the darker, like mahogany colored sweet potato vines. I think those will look really nice. My nurseries, they're just not great with the trailer. They never have been. And that's not meant to be shade or anything. It's just I can't usually find what I want as far as the sweet potato vines go. Usually they're just the green. Maybe you'll find some of the darker black ones that have the more of an, I don't know, an oak leaf kind of shape to them. There's an oak tree over there. That's why I was looking over there. But, you know, some of the other ones, I don't know. I just went in and I just ordered them. There was a sale going on through Proven Winners Direct. And I'm like, all right, well, if it's not going to cost me more than it would to go to the nursery, I'll go ahead and just order them. But those won't be here for a while. So I guess I'm just forced to take a break from planting things up, which is great, but also it's going to drive me mad. I want to plant things. And there's a new fan coming in the mail. A seemingly very nice one. It's a 24-inch that oscillates, and it can go up real high, and it has wheels on the base. It's more on the pricey side from the other ones I have out here, but I was just like, I'm out here so much that having a good fan just makes sense. The one down there, the newer one, it's okay. It's very loud. It doesn't put out a ton of breeze, but I wanted a fan on each end. This one over here is like a $18 fan from Walmart. It's not supposed to be out here, but we don't have any rain in the forecast for the next several days, so I'm not that concerned about it, but I don't want it out here full time. And it's not very strong either. It's fine for this area, but it's not very strong. Anyways, that's what's been going on with me. That was probably also very loud. I wonder if I should probably just spray that on the rag and then go in and give this pot a light scrub. Got really dirty. Oh, that's better. Look at that. It's got a shine to it. I have my, what are they? The gymnocalyciums? Yeah? Is that what they're called? Oh, I'm drawing a blank. The Mahavakias, the variegated moon cactus. One of those would have been really cute in here. Why didn't I think about that when I was planting this thing up? That pop of color would have been awesome. I don't really think I want to pull it apart and try and squeeze one because they're fairly big. Mine are about that big, so it would be a tight fit, but I don't know, it's something to think about. It's a nice little simple planter to have down here. Okay, I don't know. There's your update. We'll get back to doing something here eventually. Oh, I'm thinking about maybe putting a fountain in the pool. The water's getting hot. And that, you know, it's not pleasant when it's hot outside to get in the water when the water's hot. I have the pumps that would just put up a big geyser. That wouldn't work for the party because there'd be a cord and stuff running through the pool and probably wouldn't be smart to have around. But just a thought, if we cut back and there's a fountain, well, that's why. So I want to make sure the water doesn't get too warm. Although I think it's supposed to drop down into the upper 80s in a few days. Maybe that's not worth it. I usually only have the fountain in there during the springtime to help get the oxygen going and help just stir things up so the filter can clean things out from the pool having been overwintered. But what was I going to say? Oh, and then I take it out because the pool cleaner has that cord on it and it becomes a problem. But there's a new pool cleaner coming in the mail. I'm going to do a sponsored video. I don't do those, but this is a nice pool cleaner. It's one I've been looking at, and I was like, okay, well, this is something I'm actually interested in trying, and they're going to send it to me for free, so, you know. Okay, because they're very expensive, these pool cleaners. And it doesn't have a cord, doesn't have to hook to a booster pump, and it does the bottom, the walls, and the top. I'm really excited about it. Thought it'd be good to mention that because I don't want people to be like, oh, he sold out. I didn't sell out. I actually am excited about this product. So when the video comes out about it, it's something that I've very much been looking forward to, and I'm looking forward to sharing with other people. The advantage to that pool cleaner is going to be that I will be able to keep that fountain in there during the summer to help, you know, keep the water nice and cool, because it'll go around it. It has sensors in it. It'll be like, oh, there's something there, and it will clean around it, and there won't be a cord from a booster pump or a hose for the booster pump or a cord for one that's electric to have to like knock the base of the fountain around. Because you can get like floaties to put your fountains on. Those are very expensive, like many thousands of dollars. I would never do that, not for just the cheap little pump I throw in that helps stir the water up. All this came to me because I was just sitting here thinking, I wonder if I need to clean out the skimmers because the water flow seems low. I just dumped them a few hours ago. It should be fine. The mimosa is just raining. Oh, you guys need to see the mimosa. Can't believe I haven't shown it to you. Get on my foot. What are you doing? Nice day for a lounging. The heat, it's not that bad. But I guess it is. If I were working hard in the sun, I wouldn't be very thrilled about it. But It's actually pretty refreshing. It just feels like summer. Look at it. Oh, it's in its full glory right now. Covered in flowers. It's, I think, the best bloom set it's ever had on it before, and I am so bad about remembering to talk about it. Doesn't it look awesome? God, I love that tree. Okay, now we'll come back when there's actually something going on out here. Okay, side cleaning my plants while doing a side. Oh no, that's a bad angle. Front porch. I don't come out here very often. I have these dragonwing begonias, just like the ones I was showing you in the backyard up here. There we go. I haven't done anything up here yet. I know it's bad. The willows died. I just didn't keep them watered enough during the winter. That's the thing. Willows in containers, willows need a lot of water. You put them in a container, tons of water. Lesson learned, not doing that again. I think I'm going to pull, this isn't happening right now, but I think what I'm going to do is pull these out and do some of those bamboo palms that I picked up this spring on clearance. In each one of these, that or maybe windmill palms. Probably the bamboo palms. Windmill palms still need a couple years to grow out, and then, you know, annuals. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You can come out. You're free. Good boy. So polite. Such a good boy waiting for permission. I have potting soil up here, and this is one of those bigger baskets I was talking about. It's a 20-inch basket, and it turns out these are 10-inch baskets. So I'm thinking the 14-inch baskets, the moss baskets, are not really 14 inches, because these fit perfectly inside of those supposedly 14-inch baskets from the super moss people. So I want to get this potted up into this lovely basket here. I thought I'd bring y'all along just for the one. I'm not potting them both up right now. Just behave, stay there. Because the other basket is in the garage full of things. Better keep an eye on him. Don't wander too far. I have these inserts that you put in the bottom of your basket. Jeez, this thing is huge. That is a very large basket. Well, you get the point. It's just a reservoir that will help hold some water. That's it. That's all it's going to do. Help hold some water in for the plant. And sometimes I line these up with plastic. I'll fill the whole thing with plastic, especially when it's a really thin, cheap liner like this. You can see that's not a very good liner. But I don't think I'm going to. The begonias, if anyone can handle some drying out, it's the begonias. I'll prefer to stay partially moist. What does that mean, partially moist? You know what I mean. They're going to go up on drip, so I'm not concerned about that. And then for potting mix, I have these nice little bags of Proven Winners here. That's all. I just thought, you know, you might want to see it before and after, because I really do like these baskets. So I'm thinking I should just get these for the backyard, but in a smaller size. It'll fit in between the trunks of those Adonidia palms. Oh, this is going to be so much better for these. You can tell they need to grow. They needed space, right? It's a big plant to have in this little 10-inch pot. I have, I already told you, right, that I ordered my trailers. They're just not here yet. I think they're like mahogany sweet potato vine, something like that. No flowers, I just wanted nice bold foliage coming down the containers. Okay, will that hold? That is a very large basket, and that bolt is very old. Oh, and rusty. That's good. Good to have a nice zoom so I can see when things are rusted out. It's a pretty basket, right? That's why I just didn't feel the need to fill it with too many things. And just have some nice trailers in there. I don't want to pull on this. That can stay until I come out here with some clippers. Yeah, just some nice bold foliage coming off the sides. I think this will be great. And now the begonias can grow. Poor things are hanging by a thread in there. No, the water's not on. There we go. That's better. Not the best water pressure, but it'll do. I bet it's probably going to take a while to water this thing, and that's going to be the real test is, can it handle this when it's wet? I feel like I've done 24-inch baskets up here before. These are just 20. They might be 22. I can't remember, but I know I've done 24-inch baskets here before. Huge baskets. I just don't remember them being this big, though. So, we'll find out. Whew. Okay, it's been a few days. I'm all better now. Look at that view. Look at it. Look at it with the palm tree and the mimosa in the background and the hydrangeas that are just getting ready to pop open. This is what it's about. This is what summer is all about. Doing my early morning watering, 7:45 and 83 degrees, which I have a love and hate relationship with. So there's not a lot left to do out here.
I know I spent a lot of time talking. I was feeling like I hadn't done anything in this video, but then I went ahead and I edited the first 50, so everything up until this point. I don't know how long that is, I can't remember. And I'm like, oh wait, I did a ton in the beginning of this video when I had the sore throat before I knew about the vid. We are 8 days out from all of that, still norovirus free, don't know how. Man, I have been avoiding touching my face and sanitizing every single thing I come near with that hypochlorous acid stuff. I gotta, hold on, I gotta turn the hose off. There we go. That's why it's nice to have the thumb trigger on the other things. Come on, I could just stop recording and get my act together. There we go. Oh, my snips. Looking for those. So yeah, like I was saying, just some little details left. The fun stuff. The fine details. I was at Lowe's yesterday, just looking for some extra color to pop around the place, checking out the clearance stuff, and I came upon these. Look at them. These are freaking huge. Like, seriously, from here to here, they're like, I don't know, 3 feet? Monsters! They're normally $90 and they were over 50% off. They were about $35 a piece. And I was like, they're in pretty good shape. I think, you know, some time out of the full, intense, blazing sun. They still need full sun, right? These are full sun plants. And a good amount of water and some fertilizer. These are going to look great. They look fine. They just look a little dry. So I will be putting those somewhere. I don't know. Yes, that was an impulse buy. But here's what I really went there for. Is I just wanted to pick up a couple of orchids. And so I got all these. I know, it's more than a couple, but here's the deal. They're only $10. I haven't seen the orchids go on sale for $10 in a long time. It used to be a Black Friday thing, and they haven't done that the last few years, so I snatched them up. So let's have some fun with some orchids. Oh, the hanging basket, it's good. It didn't fall down. It looks fine. It looks fantastic. Can't wait to get some more stuff planted up in it. They're so pretty, aren't they? So what I end up doing with these for the party won't be the same as what I do with them long term. I would like to put these together into arrangements, but for the party I was thinking maybe I'd just spread them around. I was going to get out some really big bowls and make them into centerpieces, but it was like, this is a birthday party for a 1-year-old. I don't think having centerpieces full of orchids are necessary. It's not necessary. It's just, that's over the top. I don't want to set a precedent. This is the first birthday party. We're not going to try and outdo these things every year. A clean space with balloons and tables and some food. That was the goal. And then just having everything look nice is just part of being hospitable if you're having people around, right? Yeah, that was just stuff that needed to be done. Oh, the new pool cleaner's here. I'm having fun with it. And new fan showing up today. Supposed to. Cannot wait. This thing down here, it's not cutting it. So I want to take the fan that's down there. I'm going to pop that in over here and then put the new fan down there because it has a further throw so you can have it further away and have it pointed up and blow down at the table. That's the idea. Anyways, aren't they just so beautiful? I know, I'm bouncing all over the place. I spent the last several days cooped up in the house. Not really, I wasn't cooped up in the house, but you know what I mean. Feeling all icky. Oh, so beautiful. Phalaenopsis. Massacloned is what I like to call them. They're just phals. Super hybridized and very prolific. Good sizes on these too. These are nice size plants. I usually try and avoid buying ones that have this going on, because that's very difficult to correct. It's stupid. Once they do that, that leaf is pretty much just going to be like that. Not a lot you can do. You can try and splint it and do some other things. You just don't want to mess with it too much because that's the newest growth, and you don't want to break that. You don't want to break any of the growth on them, but you know what I mean. They look good. Nice color on these guys. I usually try and buy them so that they still have plenty of buds left on them. You know, gotta make the juice worth the squeeze. It would be ideal if you could get these things when only like 2 or 3 of the flowers have opened. Oh, and then you have so much time left with the flowers. But they only had 1 rack, and they only had 4 colors to choose from. I got 3 of the 4. The other color was just white, just plain white. And didn't really think that needed plain white. There's enough white out here that it would disappear. Make sure these are far enough back from the wall that the wind doesn't knock them over and damage the flowers. They were getting a little bit too much sun over here on the table. There we go. Oh, so nice. These fit the color scheme out here this year too. It's the pink and the orange. Yeah, they go together. I say this year, it's pretty much pink and orange every year, isn't it? That's just my jam. I like those colors look together. As long as they're the right tones. Pink and orange sometimes can look pretty awful together. They need to be soft. Can't be like bright burnt orange and then really deep saturated pinks. It needs to be soft, you know what I mean? And even then, it's easy for it to not look quite right. There we go. So there's 4 of those, 3 of these, and then 3 of these other guys. Wait. 4 of these, 4 of those, 2 of these. These are the ones where I wasn't so sure if I should get them, only because they're pretty much done. They're done blooming. There aren't buds left on them, but they are very floriferous, right? Look at all the flowers. This looks nicer on camera than it does in person. They're much more washed out. Also, I like the foliage on this one too. It's rounded and short and stubby. It's a cute little orchid. And yet, just look at the flowers. They're so abundant on this one. It'd be nice if the others were like that, but I just thought that these had better texture because they have so many flowers on them. I could have done 5 and 5, but I didn't, because these do add something. They don't necessarily mix with these. I think they mix better than if I were to do white with those. It's a good in-between. Okay, that's enough about those orchids. I need to let them sit for a while because they just had a drink, and it's also moving into the heat of the day. That's probably going to be an evening activity, I'm thinking, just to be safe. I don't want to do anything with those when it's really hot out or where the sun might hit them. I was going to keep an eye on the area where I want to put them and see if they'll be okay. So I'm going to be paying attention to the areas from like 10 to 6. Make sure they're not getting too much sun. They're so sad. Yeah, sometimes when it gets hot outside, the drip emitters pop off their hoses. Can you even see it? I don't know, the sun's in my face. Nope, you can't see anything. There it is. An unnecessary close-up of the hose that popped off of the drip emitter in this container. Just part of it. That's summer, right? Gotta get used to it. It has cooled off a smidge. It's a smidge. It's down to like 95. It got hot today. It was like 97 with a heat index of 112, I believe. Is too much. The humidity. Today was better though. Much better. The other day when I was out here, I know all the days blend together for you guys, but for me it's been like, I don't know, 2 weeks since I started this video. Yeah, it was a lot worse when it was cooler, but more humid. The dry air really does make a difference. I have that new fan. I talked about it. It said it was supposed to be here Tuesday, which was yesterday, and now it says, or then Tuesday it said, now delayed, will be there Friday. I'm like, it better be here Friday. The party's on Saturday. Gonna be warm. Want the fans out here for everybody. And I paid for the fan to be here by Tuesday. I wanted it on Tuesday. Well, now it says it'll be here today between 3:30 and 5:30. I don't, maybe there'll be a new fan. I hope so. Looking forward to it. What happened to the chair? What is it? Oh, it's poop. That's what that is. It's bird poop. How did they manage to pull that off? It was like, right, did they fly by and just squirt it? Wouldn't surprise me. Birds can't do that. This side of the pillow is very scratchy. Mimosa. Very messy. Everything out here is gritty. What happened? Doesn't matter. I'm not going to sit down right now. Anyways, I would like to go ahead and start planting with these orchids because, as I'd mentioned before, the party starts at 4. And it's now like 4:15, 4:30, so I get an idea of the areas and what the things are going to look like sun-wise. You can see the worst spot as far as the sun goes this time of year is from like right there to right there. And there aren't going to be a lot of people hanging out in those spots. That's a, 5 to 6 foot pathway that goes from one end to the other. Not a spot where people hang out. There are spider webs everywhere, or caterpillar webs. It was raining caterpillars the other day. Is that what that is? Oh, whatever. Okay, yeah, this is going to be fun. Good Lord. Now that is a fan motor. Look at this thing. It's a beast. Oscillates 24-inch. Use caution. That's not important. Must be grounded for use. Okay. Don't touch it during use. If you need to move it, turn off the power. Yeah, got it. This is the Fugu? Fugogu? No. Fugu? I don't know. Amazon. That's the fan. It's a 24-inch oscillating fan. I like this one because it's nice and tall, which I think I talked about. You can put it up higher so it can blow down towards everyone. It's not super tall, but this one right here, that's as high as that one goes. That one has a pretty good breeze on it. It's not very loud, which is nice. I bet this is going to be pretty loud. A lot of parts too. Don't usually have all these parts with a fan. Well, you always have a motor. It's just wheels. That's all it is. It's because of the wheels. It was nice of them to include the screwdriver and the little adjustable wrench in there. Wasn't expecting that. Don't even have to go find any tools. Okay. I was going to cut to this thing just being done, but I had to show y'all that. What? That's some interesting packaging. Don't think I've ever seen anything quite like that before. What is that? Leopard? Cheetah? I don't know. Some sort of safari animal print. Tissue paper packaging? Okay. Jaguar? I don't know. Oh my god. This thing is awesome. Sure, it's terrible for the audio. I have one hand cupping over the microphone. It is so strong. I can feel it blowing all my fabric. Well, it was. It went off me. I swear it was strong. Thing is a beast. Look at the wind. Look at it. It goes all the way down. You see the plants all the way down there towards the needle palm? Let's do that. Come on. You don't want to focus? Show everyone the breeze. Not bad. Not bad. I realized that audio is probably awful. I was standing right next to the fan. Look at that. Look at it. I'm all the way down here by the needle palms. Oh, that's a nice gentle breeze from down here too. Oh, it's so good. It's kind of ugly, so there is that. But, you know, there will be time. You can spruce it up, make it look good. Add some glitter or something to it. I don't know. I don't care what it looks like. It's a fan. And it's a very slow oscillation. I appreciate that. So everyone gets a moment in the breeze. And this is nice. Sitting at the table, you can actually feel that. So the problem with this fan is that you'd have it on over here. Nobody over there would be getting any kind of breeze. This is going to blow all the bugs away. Oh, it's going to be so nice. Oh, it feels so good. I know that was a deviation, but I was just talking about the fan, and then it showed up right after I stopped talking about it. So I thought I should show it. New fan. Very powerful. Way to make summertime much, much, much nicer out here. These things. Do we like them here? I don't think so. There are other places where I could put them. I picked these up at Home Depot. Look at how big they are. Look at that. They're monsters. These are an excellent... they need to go in shade too, so I don't know if they could really stay here. Feather Falls Carex. Pretty common plant. Somewhat evergreen in my area. I think these are good down to zone 5 or zone 4, I think. Zone 5, minus 20. This also says full sun. I mean, I guess you could, but the nice thing I like about a Carex is you can usually put them into a part shade. Sometimes even just straight up shade as long as it's nice and high shade. These are ultimately good. Oh, look at it. You see them blowing in the wind. Got a Diva fan for my Carex grass. Front porch. I needed some nice looking shady things to put up there, so I grabbed these. They were only, I think, $9.99. It's a great price. They're so big. I don't think they should stay here, though. I kind of was enjoying the look of everything. Was just open and clean. Yeah, they don't need plants there. They can hang out over here by this hydrangea. Hydrangea? Said that funny. I think that would be a better spot for them until after the party. And that's I don't know if I had mentioned, I'm off of projects for right now because there's just too many other things going on. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's good. I like that. It's a good pairing. Looks very intentional when all I do is just stick them there. Oh, that feels so good. I don't know, you can't tell. You have no way of knowing. I'm a good probably 15 feet away from that thing, and that breeze, oh, it's so strong. You must be so embarrassed and feel very, very, very inadequate standing next to this thing. This is great. Now I can take that other fan and put it down there. The one that's down there, it's not an outdoor fan. It shouldn't even be over there, and it's not very strong. I prefer something to be over there that's meant to be outside. Look at that. Look at it. I can feel that breeze all the way over here. I'm down here on this end where everything's all, you know, in disarray. Go ahead and get this area looking better. I have a cloth, tablecloth, that's what it's called, that I want to put over here, and I just need to, I just need to make it look better. Everything's so cluttered and messy. Not a good look. Turbo, you want to play with a plastic coconut? Is he gonna get that in his mouth? There's no way. Is he gonna do it? I didn't wow. That's impressive. He's a big boy. That's what I thought he would do. He's gonna go play soccer with it. Kick that thing around for a bit. And now there will be the background noise of a plastic coconut rolling around the background for it. What did my hand just do? Does that ever happen to you where you grab it and your hand just doesn't do what it's supposed to do? That's how my sister dropped her phone on a manatee. It's not really that long of a story. I was down in Captiva, and my older sister was trying to take a picture of the manatees, and she was leaning over with her phone, and for some reason her hand just went boop and threw her phone in the water. And she was just sitting there on the edge of the dock like, what the heck just happened? Lack of sleep and caffeine and just being weird. That's probably what that's about. Anyway, the manatee was fine. I don't think it actually landed on the manatee. And got the phone back too. This is back when Samsung had the active phones. The Samsung Actives, which I loved because they were really rugged and sturdy. Didn't need a case for them. Dove down and dug through the manatee poop on the bottom. Got the phone back, and it worked for many more years. So I have this set here of these monkeys. We're just going to move on like that story was totally normal. Hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil, guys. He's broken, right? Speak no evil, he's all messed up. So if I don't have the set, it seems odd to keep them, right? And what's the point? He still looks kind of cool like that. Maybe not for right now. I can figure something out with them in the future. Or, I'm not that attached to him anymore. I was thinking maybe just go ahead and drop it and break it to pieces on purpose. That was 100% planned out. I meant to do that. No, I did not mean to do that, but it's okay. Like I said, I'm not that attached to them. They're falling apart. These are very old. All right, so now just down to 2 monkeys. I'm going to be we're careful with those monkeys too, because apparently they just explode when they hit the ground. It's a good coconut. Put an orchid or a plant, some kind of succulent in there. I'll hold on to that. I had an oopsie with this Dracaena bamboo. I forgot how much sun this spot gets for a time during the day, and so now it's not, I'm not going to say it's dead, it's not presentable. It would look good after a few weeks at the spa. It doesn't need to stay over here where everybody can see it. Okay, some little, these things, whatever they're called, citronella lamps. Haven't needed those much this year. The mosquito control has been excellent. I've been doing a DE powder in the evening, and I don't know if that's helping, but the mosquitoes have not been bad. Those stupid gnat things that bite me in the face, those were really bad, but those always disappear right around now. For some reason, it's like some magic clock goes off that tells the biting gnats that they're supposed to disappear right around June 14th to June 20th. Right around the same time the grackles vanish. The bitey gnats vanish too. I did go through the yard and made sure to flip everything over that could be holding on to water. That's probably helped. I don't know. We've had a ton of rain this year. It's supposed to be really bad for mosquitoes, but they haven't been terrible. They're here. They're just not like unbearable. These are so cute. You need to be very careful with them. Do not want these to meet the same fate as the monkey. Oh, you have some problems. You've got some problems. Well, that's probably why I had it turned like that. Looks perfect from that direction. I think I just need to push the glass back into those spots, I'm thinking. Just set that right there for now. Okay, I shouldn't have said stuff about the mosquitoes. About the mosquitoes. The mosquito just flew directly into my ear right after I said that. I set that coconut over there. Don't know why. That's not where it should go, but that's where it is now. Okay, look how dirty everything's gotten back here. These are fun, right? The Semponiums, the Sempervivum, crossed with Aeoniums. I think I did. Yeah, there's a video of those. A little plant haul. Praying Hands Mangave. I love this. Such a nice shape to the plant. My potato. I might take my... put the potato over here. Had a phone call come in right while I was in the midst of saying that. I should explain more. It did really well over here last year, and I have all my succulents and things in the spot. They seem happy, so they can just stay there. Yes, ultimately, I would like to have that entire wall opened up, but yeah, there's only so much you can do. If you want to have the plants, you gotta have places to set them, right? Okay, I think this is where I just back up and let you see
how disastrous this area has become, and then just come back and see what it looks like when I'm done. Oh, it feels so good to have that done. Fan's right behind me. I know that was loud. So, what do you think? I know, it's grainy. Let me just crawl over here so you can have a look. That's what I did. This was a setback. This made things take longer. This frickin' fountain, I've had it for a long time. And it was also like $25, so I shouldn't be too hard on it. I filled it up, and then water just started gushing out the bottom. I don't have time for that. So I dug around the house and just happened to find a tote that you can just barely see. If I come back so you can see it. Perfect size to just set the whole thing in, and you can't even tell that it's there. I tried to ruffle the fabric up back there from this tablecloth. I had a cloth on here last year that just was not very durable. It was linen, and I think that this is going to do better. See how the water's beating up on it? So hopefully I'll be able to keep it cleaner more easily. Have some, they're fake, but whatever, who cares? Needed some more red over here because of the red over there, and then there's some red up there, so I was like, let's just toss some flowers down there. They are wax, so I'm going to have to be mindful of that and keep an eye on them. I tossed a bunch of these pink quill tillandsias, the tillandsia cyanase, into this bowl and threw some shells in there. That's it. I probably should unpop them and mount them up and make it look nicer, but I think that this is fine. This is good. It's going to have to be because there are too many other things to do. And I actually think that looks good. I like it like that. Think about maybe moving this brugmansia and setting it up in here because it's kind of over the table, but if I move it, you'll notice how dirty the ground is over there. Oh, that worked out. There's a plant stand in there. I think it's because I had this cordylan up there on that plant stand, and then it fell down and I just left it down. But I like this. I like those layers. It does block the trunk of the Robellini. I'm not a fan of that. I like for that trunk to be visible. But this seems nice. Do I enjoy sitting here? Let's see. Seems nice. Yes, I'm very red. It's hot. I told you. Can you smell it? Can I smell it? Oh, well, that was not what I meant to do, but it was on its last leg anyways. And no, I don't smell anything. The smell is gone. I think that looks better up there. Are there any buds left on here? Will there be flowers for Saturday? Maybe. That would be nice. If this doesn't have any buds on it, on Saturday, I may go ahead and take this and just scoot it back because I'm not a big fan of how the brugmansias look when they don't have flowers on them. I think they're kind of I don't know how to say it. It's dry. They have a dry look to them. Still, wonderful plants. These go somewhere up on the wall somewhere when somebody else handle that because I really don't care. It's not something I feel like devoting energy to. But there are other people who enjoy them, and I said, well, if you like them so much, you can go ahead and do something with them. Works for me, because I got other things to do. The other basket, I talked about these, and these were the 14-inch ones. This is the 16-inch one that they only had the one of. I think that this will fit the begonia better. I just need to be careful here, because I've been moving this begonia around so much. Well, not really. I moved it once. I think I snapped a branch. I just moved it the one time, but you see what happened? That's not what that's supposed to look like. I'm wondering, could I just pop it in here? Let's see. Yes. Okay, that works. Now, I'm putting this on you guys. Don't forget that I have not potted this into that new container. It's just sitting in there. Doesn't that look so much better? That's what I wanted, which is something more organic looking, or even just the coconut basket. No, got so ahead of my thoughts there. The white plastic, I wasn't a fan of that. I wanted the green one here, a green one there, and a green one over there, but I could only get one. It's fine. I have other uses for these. In fact, I think it would be really nice to put some of those orchids in these later, not now. For right now, the orchids are just going to get placed around. It would be really fun to do something creative with them. In fact, I have this bowl over here that I drilled some holes in. So I thought, oh, that'd be a beautiful centerpiece with orchids in it. There's no time. Not doing that right now. In fact, I don't know if I'm doing any of that right now. I'm probably need to pick up in the morning. Because that little spot over there took a lot longer than I thought, and I have other things I need to do in the house. All right, it is time to wrap it up. Next day, sorry, no transition. Been very busy. So I realized I can't take the vlog all the way up to the party because the party's the same day as the vlog. So at some point next week, there'll be a video that comes out where I'll walk around and show decorations. If anybody cares, it's gonna be this plus balloons and a few more tables, some coolers and things like that. I know the table doesn't look cleaned off, but it's as cleaned off as it's getting right now. because these are things that I need out here to help prepare for the rest of the setup that's going to be going on. You know, those fun things. Probably going to have to take the table and scoot it this way, and then have a few more tables put over here, more chairs to bring up. I ran by the Walmart and I grabbed another cushion, one of these gray ones. It's the gray one's that fan. I should not have the mic on when I'm by the fan. It goes with these. I had initially just bought these two cushions right here to replace the cushions that were right here, and I realized I should go ahead and get the one that goes to this chair down here. That chair that, well, you can't see it anymore, but that chair does go to the set. This is a sofa that I just squished down into a love seat because it fits the space better like this. But you know how those things go. It's potentially possible next year I'd want to get another cushion so that I could put this all together and have a match, but they may not sell them next year, so let's get it now. I was there anyways and figured I should go ahead and just grab it. I also grabbed a pot. I really like this pot. Isn't it cute? I like it. That's a fun pot. Neither here nor there. Don't know what I'm going to do with it. These happen too. A couple little pineapples I'm going to tuck around into some spots. I realize that I haven't planted up the foot planter. It's hiding out. It's under there still. I don't think I'm going to get around to that before the party, but if I do, I'll put pineapples in it. What I'm probably going to do is take the pineapples and put them inside of by the buffet area. I put one of those planters with the annuals right there. As you can see, this extension cord, these things will be moved. I'm going to pull the extension cord back around everything, get it hooked up to that fan right there. And then I've spread the orchids all over the place. I have an orange one right here. There it is. There's the orange one. Isn't it pretty? I had to be smart about where I put them because I didn't want the foliage up and exposed because they will cook over here. Last year, I did a really pretty bowl that had a whole bunch of orchids in it. It was so pretty. They fried. They cooked to a crisp. The flowers were fine, but the plants themselves were not happy. These are things that need to go inside or to the garage. I have more orchids just tucked in, but you can see I tried to hide the foliage underneath things so that they won't scorch in the afternoon sun. I like them out here. They add a extra hint, a nice detail to everything. The rest of those are down here. I just spotted them in to different spots. That one fell over. That got wonky. Need to fix that. I don't think there's anything else left over here. I still need to clean out the tortoise garden, but I don't know. I'm gonna get around to it. Probably a tomorrow thing. Tomorrow is going to be the day before the party. And that's why I have to wrap this up, because I have to edit this video, so I have time to actually do all the things for the party. Everything else I've just been doing has been cleaning, plus, you know, blowing up some things and throwing out shells, decorations. But these were things that needed to be done anyways, right? Just need to make the place look presentable again. Need to come through and blow this off and power wash it. That's almost a daily thing. Not power washing, but the blowing, because it's such a light color. I'll get this hose clipped back somewhere in there. I wanted to show you guys these caladiums, because the beginning of this video was filmed about 9-10 days ago. A lot's happened since then. Had the vid and dodged the norovirus. All kinds of stuff happened. Look at how much things have grown since the beginning of the video. These caladiums, they're just massive. Look at the size of the leaf on this one. Really big. And just look at them. They're so big. They really blend in with those flamingos a lot. But that's okay. I still love them. I don't remember which is which. There's Pink Illusion and Festivia, but I cannot remember which one is which. I could look at the pictures to remind myself. I put one of each of the ones that I recently purchased in this container so I'd have them on one spot. That was brilliant. Now I don't even know which one is which. Well, Pink Illusion or Festivia, and then down here is either Pink Illusion or Festivia. Have it clowning around back there. This Summer Pink. That's a Summer Pink. There's an Aaron. Bunch more Summer Pinks planted back here. They are freaking huge. That's 2 plants. All this, that's 2 plants. I wanted to put the big caladiums in the background and the Summer Pinks because they're very light. And you can see there's a lot of variation with them too. Some of them have a lot more green on them. Some of them they look like the Radiance caladiums, but absolutely massive. Oh, forgot I don't have my wireless mic on. Need to keep y'all close up to me. So look at that. Look how big they are. And the callas are coming up too. Got some callas popping up over there. Some flowers on them. I don't think the rest have, yeah, they're not close to flowering yet, but that's fine. Grown so much since I started this video. And these, I don't think had even come up yet. These are also the Summer Pinks. Huge. These are gigantic caladiums. Really monstrous proportions on these. Big, big, big ones. That's why I got them. The Summer Pinks are supposed to get about 3 feet tall. So thought that'd be a good fit back here. Unfortunately, their germination, a little bit uneven here, right? There's supposed to be another one right here, but something happened. Probably the Petunia got in the way. It's also entirely possible that in my frenzied planting that I've been doing over the last few weeks, I may have just totally forgotten to put one right there. I don't know. I thought that I'd put 4 in here. So it doesn't matter. I have some others that I can lift and put in this spot if I wanted to. Isn't that going to look nice? It would look better if all 4 of them were there. These are going to be really big though, so that may not end up mattering. I don't know. We will see. I do think before the party I should go through and pull all the Petunia out of the bed that are in front of the impatiens. That would probably look a lot nicer. I also grabbed a rug to throw underneath the bistro set over here. There's a lot of gray on this end, and you have the blue over there, so I thought that would kind of pull things together on this side. And it looks nice. It was cheap. It's like 18, 20 bucks, something like that. And then with the rest of the orchids, I put them in this beautiful bowl that I drilled some holes in and filled it up with these things, which I don't know what these are. Does anybody know? Comment down below. What the heck is this? I had these because I ordered a box of coconuts off of Amazon, and they sent me these. And the box said something produce. I think it said Indian coconut. I think that's what it said. It's not. I don't know. They're a year old though. They last a long time and they look cool. Nice and earthy. They go well. That's very pretty. I really like how that turned out. It was very simple. I just set them in this pot and then tucked these guys in there to help hold them in place. Not a lot to it. I put the other one of those planters up there on the hill. If it were more full, you wouldn't even be able to tell if there's a planter sitting there. I can't tell because I didn't change my contacts. Looks like it's planted in the ground up there to me. Maybe to you, because I think that was kind of blurry. Yeah, things are really coming along out here. I was hoping the Pharaoh's Dreams would have some variegation by the time the party came around, but not quite. Almost. Jeez, these guys just pop up out of absolutely nowhere. Yeah, I was hoping. Maybe in a week or two. The weeds! Oh my gosh, there's another one. I actually have been pretty on top of the weeding this year, but some of them have gotten away from me. I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh, the variegation. Whatever. They're growing. It's fine. Have some gingers in bloom. The Slim's orange. Very vibrant. I wasn't impressed with those last year, so I'm glad to see that they've put on better growth form. They looked pretty weedy to me, but this doesn't look weedy at all. I think that that's really nice. It's adorable. And they're flowering about a month before all the other hedichiums. That's great. Oh, and curcuma. One of the prettiest. Don't you love it? Back down here by the fan. I'll go over here. I really like that Tillandsia bowl. I think that looks nice up there. All right. Things are looking pretty good. I don't think I'm going to leave the trash can or that bucket right there. I'll have games and things set up out here. And, you know, make sure everything looks nice and get all the surfaces cleaned off. You get it. Gonna try and be polite. Make sure things aren't like that. I will make sure to go through and film the final end product, and I don't know, maybe I'll put up on Instagram, so that's at Tropical Plant Party, and I'll save it and put it into a vlog of some kind next week. Maybe there'll be a whole vlog about it. I don't know. Oh, there's gonna have to be a garden tour next week. There might be a garden tour next week where there's giant sea turtle balloons and things that say "Happy Birthday, Owen" out here. I'd be fine with that. I really don't care anymore. All right, I am gonna go ahead and wrap it up though, because I do need to put this all together and get it edited and get it out to everybody. Thanks for hanging out. I enjoyed myself. Hopefully you did too. Got a ton of stuff planted, more towards the beginning of the video than the end. I mean, a lot of what's over here wasn't even done. I like this one. I like that a lot. Do you guys like it? I like that. It's gonna be really pretty when that fills out. It's muted and subtle, but it's, I don't know, it's cooling. I like it. It's a good color palette. I do wish I had another moss basket to put right there, but I don't. That's okay. I'm not going to mess with it. Those begonias, you know, they're so snappy. You move them and they snap, and then you end up looking like the one over there. Not worth the risk. I think for the time being, I'm probably going to roll up towels and keep towels in that basket and then this flower pot for the party so people have towels to use. That's enough. That's enough. We will have talked about all that in another video probably. And a bunch of lights I need to install. I don't need to do that before the party, though. It's a party for a 1-year-old. It'll be over well before it gets dark out. I want to do it, so I might work on that for a bit. Have a little me time. Plug in lights in underneath the trees. And hey, like I said, hope everybody's doing well. Having a great day, a great life, and everything's just going absolutely beautifully for you. So, flip that crap over. All right, what's going on in your gardens? How y'all doing with the heat wave? We didn't get it that bad, although the streets did the thing out here where they like exploded, bubbled up.
Oh, that was weird. I understand that that's been happening in areas that are having record-breaking heat, but it was like, I don't know, 97? It gets hot here during the summer. Not usually this time of year, but about a month from now. It's not unusual at all for it to be over 100. So I don't know, isn't that weird? Why is the ground popping up now but not then? Is it just, it needs to be eased into the heat? That's probably what it is. Well, I hope everybody's been safe and staying cool and that you're having a lot of fun with your plants. And yeah, as always, and most importantly, everybody, I finished the fountain. What do we think? It's been such a long time since I started this video. I totally forgot about that. This is when I was saying that my throat hurt. That was the day before I got the positive test. Yeah. Well, it's getting some algae, but I like it. And I just set the tiles in. I haven't actually glued them in yet. So I want to make sure that I liked how it looked. Let me know. Let me know what you think. I like it. I think I like it a lot, actually. It's much more clean looking, and put a little light down there and that'll light up at nighttime. Yeah. I like it a lot. And keep on growing. Bye bye.